Hello, beautiful people. My name is Paula M. If you're new to the channel, thanks for coming here. If you're a returning viewer, thank you once again for always coming. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Today, we're going to talk about something. I mean, people make it easy, don't they? You know very well that I'm not a big fan of Charles. I do call him out on his Diana situation, on the handling of what you might call it of Harry, on many things. I call him out, and the charity things, whatever. But it would never occur to me to call him a colonizer or a genocidal person. I mean, what's the worst part of it all? That people like Lydia Thorpe, that senator from Australia, she took away all her credibility. This is just what I think, okay? Took away all of her credibility when she took it too far. She took it too far. First of all, Charles can't give her the land back. People in Australia had a referendum, and the majority of people in Australia said, we much rather remain a kingdom, part of the kingdom. So there was a free option. People voted. The whole country voted, and they voted to remain part of the kingdom, part of the Commonwealth. Um, Second of all, so it doesn't make any sense. Why would she accuse Charles of a genocidal person? And Charles hasn't killed anybody, as far as I know. I mean, I'm so sick and tired of this woke idea that you have to apologize for what happened 400 years ago, 100 years ago. We can't apologize on behalf of a third party because that's insane. Just like you can't be tried in a court of law for a crime of a third party. I mean, unless you're an accomplice to it. But I don't think Charles was an accomplice 400 years ago, nor the Queen, nor Queen Elizabeth. They were not, and I know many people come here to my channel. Oh, no. I don't know if you know this, but in Latin America, the Spanish crown killed millions of people, the indigenous people. I mean, in 2000, I think 14 or 15, they still found a mass grave, about 10,000 bodies, mostly female indigenous, and they did a study or something like that. It turns out this from the time that the colonists, they came in and they killed. But we've moved on from that. We've moved on. Oh, you have to apologize. You have to pay us for what? Can you imagine if I went to your home, or your great grandfather or your great grandfather had done something to a member of my family back when, like 100 years ago? And then I come to your family and say, you know what? Your great grandfather did this to my family, and therefore you need to pay reparations. So her speech, her yelling, her insulting somebody that Australia had invited. And the reason why I'm saying Australia, first of all, King Charles is the king of Australia by choice. And why am I saying by choice? Whereas before it would have been colonized, but people have chosen to remain part of the kingdom. So her screaming and shouting, it is my very humble opinion that it's mostly for her. This is a narcissistic woman. And we're going to get a little bit into who this woman is. And you know why it makes me so angry? Because I am here defending King Charles. Because I will give him a lot of shit in my channel, but at the same time, fair is fair. Australia invited a person. This is like inviting somebody to your home and insult him. And she didn't even make any sense. Oh, that there's children who have died. I'm going to play you a little clip of a interview she just gave, because now this is all going to be about her. And they're asking her, why did you do this? Oh, it's because, the mass graves of children. Yeah, but how did Charles kill them? Well, he's the successor. Well, the successor before was Queen Elizabeth. She didn't kill anybody. She didn't cause those mass graves. I'm sure. I mean, as I told you at the beginning of the video, there are mass graves here from Spanish crown. You don't hear us shouting. I'm so sick and tired of this. And people should grow up in that sense. So I apologize. I have allergies. But listen to what this woman is saying right now, because it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. It's not coherent. And we're gonna get into who Lydia Thorpe is, and it makes me mad that she's making me do this. She's making me defend Charles. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, beautiful people. It makes the channel grow. It sends a message to YouTube that you like the channel and you like the message within, and therefore it reaches more people. So thank you very much for that. And don't forget to click the notification bell. So, okay, who is this Lydia? Look at no, we're gonna do the who is this Lydia. But look, this is this woman, this stupid woman, because that's the only adjective I could give this woman. Dumb. She's dumb. She goes here. I'm gonna let me see where this is at. This is in 201. Okay. She's being asked why she did it. Okay.
We don't have a treaty in this country. We've been calling for decades and decades for a treaty. We just want peace. To see the incarceration rates of our people in this.
But what does Charles have to do with that? She wants peace. I didn't know Australia was at war. Who you know, and this is where they lose me. This is where they lose me. She wants peace from what? Australia is not at war with anybody. The indigenous people even voted to remain in the kingdom. So who do you want peace from? What treaty? People, if you work in a treaty, this is not up to Charles to do. It's between governments. Charles is just a figurehead. It's a constitutional monarchy, which means he doesn't decide on treaties or stuff. I mean, and this is the thing, I don't get it. I really don't get it, guys. And I'm not being meaner than usual.
Country, our jails are full of Aboriginal people.
Okay, jails are full of Aboriginal people. That is something that has to do with the Australian government, not with Charles. Again, what does it have to do with Charles?
We have thousands, 23,000 Aboriginal children that have been taken from their family.
Again, what does that have to do with Charles? And we have to look things into context. Could it be that, and I don't know the situation. I have to give this caveat. I don't know the situation, but it could be that the government of Australia is abusing these things, not Charles. These countries have the autonomy. They decide the rules, the regulations. She should be protesting the government and doing something more constructive about it rather than antagonizing people like this.
We have over 600 deaths in custody where no one has ever been held accountable. We have our bones and our skulls still in his possession or his family's possession.
I mean, I don't, I hate this woman because this has nothing to do with Charles. King Charles.
He waited.
Question. I'm sorry, I am going to interrupt you because I've only got a limited amount of time, Senator. Why did you call him?
So she's trying to defend herself by saying, "I didn't interrupt him. I waited respectfully for him to finish." I mean, the constituents who elected this woman must be very embarrassed and angry that they wasted a vote, because that's how people would feel about it.
Genocidal.
Which is the King's speech.
Why did you call him genocidal?
I waited till the end.
Why did you call him genocidal?
There's thousands of massacre sites in this country from invasion, and someone needs to answer for that.
And that's the King.
And if he is the successor, then he needs to answer.
Okay.
Thank you very
one of your
much.
colleagues described you as abusing your position, and your intervention was disgraceful. How do you respond to that?
I'm not fussed about what people say about me.
Clearly, she doesn't care, because I can guarantee you that some of her constituents or people who elected her might say, yeah, or there were better ways to go about it. I would be so embarrassed. God, for me to be embarrassed to have this woman representing my community. And I'm going to show you a little bit about her, which is
I will continue to fight for justice for my people. We are the real sovereigns in this country. The King is not our sovereign. The King lives in your country. He's from your country. He can't be our...
Well, you're wrong. You are wrong. Charles is your sovereign. The majority of the people in Australia chose that to have him as sovereign. They chose to have Queen Elizabeth as sovereign. And for her to say that, then she's denying the vote of the majority of the people, because it is her vote only that counts. It's only her feelings. So this woman is really stupid.
So I don't really, I have the support of Aboriginal people around this country. I have the support from my grandmother. I have support.
Oh, so your grandmother says it's okay. Ay, Dios, ¿por qué me hacen estas cosas a mí? ¿Por qué esta mujer es tan estúpida? Why is this woman so stupid? This woman shouldn't, she's like Harry and Meghan. She shouldn't be allowed to have a microphone or any position or a platform, because the things that she says are stupid. And, does she even know what she's saying, that she's coming across as stupid? Does she understand that Australia, if she's part of the government, she knows that Australia had a referendum and they chose to stay. They chose to remain a part of the kingdom. So that means that the majority of the people who voted said, we don't want to leave. We like the system. And by her saying that, she's disrespecting the majority's wishes.
Support from elders around the country. You might look, put up the scary photos, but I will continue to resist. And it's only when other people have their children removed.
But what does that have to do with King Charles again? And I'm sorry I repeat myself, but this woman is a moron.
When their family portraying me as an angry black woman. Well, yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry.
What do you mean an angry black woman? Oh my God, she's Meghan. She thinks she's Meghan. Where is this woman black? I did not. Oh my God. What do you mean you're an angry black woman?
Me as an angry black woman. Well, yeah, I'm angry.
Okay, I thought I heard everything before, but I guess I hadn't. I'm just listening to this thing with you guys. She's being portrayed as an angry black woman. What I'm about to show you guys. Please let me know if you think I did. Okay, I would have never gotten black from this woman. And let's go into who this is. An angry black woman. This is an angry black woman. Would you look at this woman and say she's black? You can tell she's angry. And here comes the race card. And who is this Lidia Thorpe? This woman is clearly unhinged. And then she, let me tell you what she is shady as hell. This is the woman here. This is the woman who's representing people. She had an affair with a biker and she failed to disclose it, and she was passing legislation or that she was supposed to have talked about it. It's just shady. Oh, I know I didn't pass any confidential information. You have to believe me, even though I failed to disclose that I had a relationship with this person. That I should have disclosed this because there's conflict of interest. And then she walks in here thinking she looks defiant. Yes, this white woman, she may have some heritage or something, but she's white. I don't care what she says. She's a white woman. And then when she, in 2022 here, the Green Senator mockingly recited the parliamentary oath of allegiance while slamming the late queen as a colonizer. Queen Elizabeth was anything but a colonizer. In fact, she removed the colony. But what she did was created the Commonwealth, which Meghan tried to trash, destroy, especially in the Caribbean area. All the black, and Meghan with her lies really created division through lies. And Meghan Markle is standing by those lies to this day, and doubling down. Oh no, you were racist. Racist what? Give me one instance. She got the NAACP thing for fighting constitutional racism. The same thing with Robert F. Kennedy. And these people are not taking back those trophies or awards or whatever for her never fighting racism. Okay. So the Aboriginal senator marched into the floor of the chamber on Monday morning and gave a Black Power salute as she prepared to take her oath for the start of a new post-election parliament. after raising her right fist. She begrudgingly swore to serve the 96-year-old monarch who was Australia's head of state, as King Charles is now. Okay? I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the colonizing Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The outspoken politician said in a mocking tone. So if her being chosen shows that there's stupid people out there. I don't even know who would choose that woman. Her conduct received support from Greens leader. There we go. Adam Band, who tweeted, always was, always will be. Senator Thorpe was reprimanded and smirking eventually recited the oath correctly and was sworn into parliament. And then just days before the Queen's funeral, she wrote ex Twitter, they buried our kids in the sand and kicked off their heads, and you want me to pay my respects? This isn't about an individual. Okay, you know what? Go take a nap. Go take a nap. Quit embarrassing yourself. Okay? Quit embarrassing yourself. Because this happened hundreds of years ago. It's nothing to do. Yes, it is the institution, but the institution is not colonizing anymore. People are free to join the Commonwealth, which is a group of nations who actually, and people are fighting to join the Commonwealth because it serves them. There's a lot of trade and there's a lot of things. That is absolutely disgusting. And now this woman is calling herself a black victim. And I really dislike her for making me do this, but I cannot say something. King Charles is not a colonizer. He's not a genocidal. He might be shady. He might be an idiot. He might be pussy whipped. He might be um, might not have a backbone, but he's none of the things you accused him of. And worst of all, he is your king. He is the monarch of Australia, and the majority of Australian people chose him as their king. So therefore, and I've said before, he's not my king, but I don't say he's not our king. I like the Queen. I don't approve many things Charles does or is doing, but calling him a genocidal, as she called him, or to say he's not the monarch, or that, people that she wants peace, none of those things. It makes her look bad. Criticize him for being, like with Harry, that he doesn't take a firm stand, that he allows things to be corrupt, and his son to be corrupt with that skanky of Meghan Markle being corrupt. But don't call yourself a black victim. Don't say that you want peace. Australia is not at war. So, beautiful people, as usual, please let me know what you think. But that's so embarrassing.